Hello, chocolates. How you all doing? So, how will you be reacting to breaking news? Oprah Winfrey investigated for Maui's fires. Guys, let's check it out.
Oprah Winfrey investigated for the Maui fire? Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look about why people are asking for Oprah Winfrey to be investigated for the Maui, Hawaii fires, and many more things that are going on behind the scenes that will leave you either raising your eyebrow or pointing your finger. Be sure to watch until the very end to see some things you certainly will not want to miss.
And at some point, I will make a major donation after all of the smoke and ashes have settled here and we figure out what the rebuilding is going to look like. This is going to be a long and difficult process.
Oprah has been one of the top trending topics on Twitter this week, and we're looking into why that is. Let's start off with Matt Wallace's viral tweet that said, Oprah Winfrey has been buying up land in Maui like crazy. A 520-acre plot for $3.89 million this year, 330 acres for $2.47 million, two 10-acre swaths of land for $100,000 each last year. In the last few years, she has gone from about 100 acres of land in Maui to over 1,000 acres. Then, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a fire comes and destroys many homes near her, but her land remains untouched. Sound familiar? In 2017, an extremely deadly fire destroyed many homes near Oprah's Montecito mansion, but her property remained untouched. After 2017, Oprah continued expanding her land in Montecito to over 70 acres, including buying a 4-acre complex in 2019 that was destroyed by mudslides only a few weeks after that 2017 fire. Wake up! Oprah's CBS media crew was denied entry into a Hawaiian wildfire shelter. However, someone inside captured footage of Oprah handing out supplies for displaced Maui residents.
He came. I had a question for you. If I needed to find somebody, how would I do that?
Now, Wallace also tweeted, locals in Maui were refusing to sell their land to the elites. The part of the island mainly destroyed by the fires was prime area right next to lavish mega mansions. Now, a lot of those locals are forced to sell their land, and many tragically died in the flames. Oprah Winfrey has a luxury mansion in Maui. It's completely fine. Jeff Bezos has a luxury mansion in Maui. It's completely fine. Lady Gaga has a luxury mansion in Maui. It's completely fine. Bill Gates has a luxury mansion in Maui. It's completely fine. Morgan Freeman has a luxury mansion in Maui. It's completely fine. Will Smith has a luxury mansion in Maui. It's completely fine. Julia Roberts has a luxury mansion in Maui. It's completely fine. How did the fire know to avoid the most expensive mansions? Wake up! There are many theories circulating as to what exactly happened in Maui, with evidence pointing to the fact that it could have been people with government ties. On the other end, there are also allegations that this was actually done by people who didn't want tourists in Hawaii, natives of Hawaii who want to try to get rid of the rich people who are taking all of the oceanfront land. Another theory is that this was a land grab by the wealthy.
So what I think is going on in Hawaii is exactly what's going on in Alberta. They're land grabs. Hawaii is very small, has a small amount of land available, especially for millionaires and billionaires that have houses in these areas that want to keep building. So the easiest way, instead of offering people money for their homes, is to just burn the entire place down and pretty much burn people out of their area. They did that in Alberta here to try and get people into 15-minute cities, and I'm pretty sure that's what they're doing in Maui. Now, why am I saying that? Well, I did a video on the Epstein flight log list, exposed everybody that was on the flights, and I also put up classified documents that were from the Ghislaine Maxwell court case, and then I even put up her flight logs, so not just Epstein's flight logs, but her flight logs that were released in court as well. People went absolutely wild. The video went super viral. Some people were super mad at me because their movie stars were on like on Epstein Island. But if you look at the correlation of the people who are on Epstein Island and the people who own houses on Maui, you're going to see a huge correlation. And these people do not stop at anything, and they want more land so they can keep building their entire houses bigger. Now, the only reason I know this is I went to Hawaii, I think 13 years ago, and talking to the locals, they were all complaining about the same thing. Overdevelopment, developers coming in and trying to take homes of regular people for way under the asking price, and then building like multi-million-dollar or billion-dollar hotels, homes on that land. So what people started doing is they won't take any offer from any developer. So what's another way of getting people off of their land is to burn it, scorch it, or make it literally non-livable on. And I think that's what's happening in Hawaii. Whether it was done on purpose with DEWs or other forms of silent weapons, or if it was done by one of these NPC crazy people who believe in global warming, yet they don't really understand that the billionaires and the millionaires are still taking private jets. They have cruise ship size private yachts. They're not stopping eating meat. They're not stopping flying around the world. So, I mean, there's a bunch of people out there that will believe the agenda and then try and push it. But I think this is a lot deeper, kind of like in Alberta. And I truly feel for the people in Hawaii.
Daniel Zeck shared this tweet that said, "From what I'm gathering, lots of Maui residents believe the fire was a deliberate attack and land grab by the U.S. government, ultimately backed by the WEF and its plans for Agenda 2030, snatching sacred land from sacred people under the guise of environmental protection and conservation, moving populations towards specified urban centers." Now take a look at this viral tweet and video. This fire thing on Maui doesn't add up. How did all the boats on the water burn as well, and there's a perfect circle of fire around the city? Let's take a look at the included video. Take a real close listen to what Governor Josh Green of Hawaii had to say about the fire.
It does appear like a bomb and fire went off. It does appear like a bomb and fire went off. Be a new Lahaina in its own image, its own values. It's going to be billions of dollars.
Another thing, what are the chances that the police chief of Maui, John Pelletier, just so happened to be the incident commander for the Las Vegas shooting in 2017? Food for thought. A Hawaii fire survivor and a first-hand witness spoke out saying this was not a natural disaster.
This was not a natural disaster. This was a direct energy attack on the people and the place of Maui. If you know what lives there, what descendants live there, you know why. And you know why it happened on 8/8. They came in and they took control. There were trees standing and the buildings gone. This system, this weather system, came in from the mountains, from the east. That does not happen. They were not telling people anything. They were not letting people in to help. And they were letting people go in to get burned alive. There were people burning alive in the streets. There were people dead in the water. There were hundreds, if not thousands, of people that died. What they're telling you in the news is not true, and I lived it firsthand.
There certainly seems to be quite a number of people uploading videos with similar messages.
I live on Maui. The media is lying and or covering up the extent of the damage and the death count. I personally know people that are telling me that death and destruction is way worse than we're being told. I am witnessing the cover-up by the media firsthand.
Okay, so what does President Joe Biden have to say about the Maui fire? Well, reporters nearly gasped as Joe Biden ran from their questions about the rising count of Americans dead from the Maui wildfire disaster. Biden was asked about the devastating Maui fires, and he replied with no comment.
President, any comments on the rising death toll in Maui?
Will you come talk about the Hawaii response, Mr. President?
Thousands displaced, 2,200 structures destroyed, 96 confirmed dead, and this number is expected to rise into the thousands. Endless billions for Ukraine, including $200 million more today, but President Joe Biden doesn't even have a comment for Maui. Joe Biden spent the weekend at the beach, while Kamala Harris spent it in Martha's Vineyard.
Mr. President, are you going to take questions on Maui?
Can you come talk about Maui? Can you come talk about Maui, Mr. President?
Another disturbing video circulated showing the withholding of pallets of donations to Maui fire victims.
The government withholding every single one of our donations because we are not a part of FEMA and Red Cross. So none of this is eligible for giving out. Tell me why. I have no freaking clue.
There will be plenty more updates to come, but in the meantime, which theory do you personally believe to be true? Was this a true natural wildfire that devastated Maui, Hawaii, or is there something else going on? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe to the channel. As always, I truly appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, and I hope to see you on the next one. Take care and have a wonderful day.
This is bad, guys. Investigation has to be carried out. Like, I don't understand why human beings who want to inflict pains want to kill his or her fellow human being. I don't understand it. So guys, please, I would like to have your thoughts in the comment section. If you live in Maui, I would like to have your thoughts if it's natural disaster or not. But a serious investigation has to be carried out. So what really happened, okay? So support your girl by watching and subscribing to my YouTube channel. See you on the next one. Be at peace with yourself. Safe.